Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So this is going to be real quick. Y'all are still praising Lori Harvey, I think. What is she doing that's so profound, other than getting ran through in a very public way? I'm just going to read a real quick article, super fast, super quick, like all her relationships. Lori Harvey and Damson Idris have reportedly broken up after 3 months of dating and getting torn off. Lori Harvey has found her name associated with several men over the years. Her men range from Future to Michael B. Jordan. To begin 2023, Lori Harvey was dating Damson Idris. Over the past 6 years, Idris has risen to fame playing Franklin on Snowfall. Last night, Damson's Franklin dealt with the loss of his uncle Jerome. In real life, Damson Idris is dealing with the loss of his romance with Lori Harvey. That's what they call them now, romances. Reports say the two have broken up. Lori Harvey has held the unofficial position of Hollywood's it girl for over 4 years. A long time getting ran through. During this time, she has either been with or rumored to have been with many high-profile men. Of course, she's also considered Hollywood royalty due to being Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. Out of all of her relationships, Steve Harvey was highly supportive of her romance with Michael B. Jordan. When it came to Damson Idris, Steve never made a public statement. Lori Harvey enjoyed much support with her relationship with Damson. As a star of Snowfall, fans have watched Damson come into his own as a star. Along the way, the rising actor became a fan favorite among the ladies. As the years went by, Lori Harvey especially became a big fan of Damson Idris. The two ended up being a couple. The past 3 months have seen them date. According to rumors, they have now broken up, but Damson is reportedly willing to reconcile. Now, that was short and sweet. Nothing much to it. Crimson, why are you talking about it? Reason why I'm talking about it. We've covered Lori Harvey several times on this channel. And every time I cover her, there's always these hyenas that want to come out of the woodwork and talk about whether or not somebody's jealous of Lori or whatever. And it's such a lowbrow argument because it doesn't really have anything to do with anything else. What we're really talking about is Lori Harvey is being put up on this pedestal, right? In the media. And Black women have also pedestalized her. Many of the hyenas and the gynocrats have pedestalized Lori, especially the younger ones in their 20s, early 30s, right? Because they're living vicariously through Lori. Lori's living a life that they wish they could live. They wish that they could get ran through, not get shamed for it, be somewhat attractive, be wealthy, and then that's it. And then have a sponsor. In this case, Steve is her sponsor. Lori doesn't have to do anything. Steve's always going to take care of her. Even if Lori doesn't get married, Steve is going to take care of her because that's the kind of simp he is. Right? He ain't gonna push her out to find nothing else or to go be with a husband or nothing like that. Lori has a very different position in life than a lot of y'all have. Again, Lori has a rich sponsor. And as long as don't nothing happen to Steve and Steve's money, Lori's always gonna have that sponsor that she doesn't have to be married to, right? You don't have that. Lori, sponsor or not, is going to end up on social media just like Tracy Ellis Ross. May not happen now, might happen 15 years from now. When you really can't, when there's really not another one in line. She'll be on social media like Erykah Badu. She'll be on there talking about where's her king, like Miss Badu. And so many countless of other older, successful, at one time beautiful Black women. Taraji, Erica, Tracy, the list goes on. These are just the three most recent. And nobody batted an eyelash when Erica was with all these different men, has 3 children, 3 fathers, no husband. On social media, on Twitter, talking about where her king at. And you don't think Lori's gonna meet the same fate? How many times Black women gotta go down that same road and then other Black women see that road, see what's at the end of it, and y'all be thinking that it's a different outcome to that just because 1 out of every 100 of y'all have a different outcome? Right now, Black China is removing every piece of artificial everything from that she ever put in her body, trying to change her life around, trying to change her image around. And you know why? Because she passed the wall. Because she got 2 kids and 2 baby daddies. Because she's understanding that going down that road didn't help nothing. It didn't help her do nothing. She didn't accomplish anything. She's getting older and there's no husband in sight. There are 2 children. And what is she going to do? This is a woman that was at one point in her own hot to try. Everybody wanted a little piece of Black China. How many times are Black women going to get in front of everybody and do this same thing? Mary J. Blige is another one. She's like 51 or 52. She ain't got no husband either. He got divorced. Her husband be running her through the court system for alimony and all this other kind of stuff. But come on. And y'all are going to keep on. Lori's just doing her thing and y'all trying to follow suit. And you're going to be, even the non-famous ones. I did a last year, older lady in her 60s talking about where the men. A pretty old lady too. She wasn't ugly. You could tell when she was young, she was fine. You could tell. You could also tell that she had at one point her pick of the litter and she didn't pick. Even if the men have wanted to pick her, and I'm sure that they did, because even when you pretty, even if you kind of ratchet, there's a man somewhere that want to pick you, especially when you're young. Michael B. Jordan was that for Lori. Told y'all he was the last stop. Michael B. Jordan was the last stop on that train, at that station, at the I Take Lori Harvey Sirius station. He was the last stop on the I Take Lori Harvey Sirius station. She's not going to get that anymore. Now these men are going to come through. And the worst part about it is she make them public, knowing full and well that these are not real relationships. But you put that publicly out on the record and then you get mad about it, like Brittany Renner did. And everybody's saying, I was with this one and with that one. But you be in public booed up. So you create this narrative for yourself. And then you get angry that that's your narrative, that that's the reputation that follows you, that you with everybody. This isn't so much about keeping up with Lori's body count as it is keeping up with the lowering of her value in real time. Lori Harvey lowers her value in real time because she's approaching sex and relationships. She's approaching sex and relationships from the transaction. That's what she's doing. She's approaching it from the transaction. She's not approaching it from the spiritual. She's not approaching it from the love. Therefore, when you look over at that, for you is going to be the right-hand side over into this pink area, in that last area over there. And there's an arrow that's going from the bottom to the top. And it says, can a woman go from here, the transaction, to here, the loving part of her sexual market value. She can't. As long as she stays in the transaction, the more difficult it is to get out of the transaction into the loving part. It actually says that typically this is not possible and or very difficult to accomplish. The key factors are body count, experiences, and time. It's too much time, too many experiences, too much of a body count. She can't move away. This is why men start seeing you a certain way. They already see her that way. They see Lori in that fashion. So that's why I said Michael B. Jordan was the last stop on the I take Lori Harvey seriously train. He tried. And in order to justify Lori getting dropped by a man like Michael B. Jordan, Black women wanted to come together and call him corny and say and speak bad on him when any one of you would have melted had he tried to talk to you. Just like L'Oreal was trying to backtrack after he called her out on calling him corny while they was in school. She's doing it in real time. This is the only reason I'm pointing it out. The only reason I'm pointing this out is because Lori Harvey's value is plummeting in real time, and we're seeing why. We're also seeing Black female pathology that will exclude any type of foolishness like this to say she's just doing her thing and living her life, and anybody that has a critique for her is just jealous. Ain't nobody gonna be jealous when she's 47 years old on Twitter, if Twitter still exists, talking about what her king at. Where all the good men at. You done rub shoulders with 300 good men and not one of them. And your value's supposed to stay up. It's supposed to climb. Y'all are better get out of here with that delusion. Stop that. Knock that off. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. Go ahead and jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.